Salutations all and welcome to Public Speaking. I'm Christy Thomas. I'm your instructor professor for this course, and this is the video chat for storytelling speech number 2, which I have aptly named Take Me Away. Now, technical requirements are none when it comes to storytelling speeches. Remember, there's no required outlines in speech citations, anything like that. There's not even really a requirement on time length, although I would really love to hear you chat for like at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but there are no deductions and points on your length of speech. Now, with that being said, storytelling speeches, just a reminder, are to help you find your pace and an ease at talking, chatting, and recording yourself in this format for electronic mediated communication. So that being said, let's go ahead and just talk about the topic, the umbrella topic here. I call it Take Me Away because spring and summer is coming upon us, which usually means trips or vacations. That's not saying you can't go on trips and vacations in the fall and winter. I love taking trips in the fall. But usually schedules work out better for people to take these trips in warmer weather. So we're moving forward there. I want you to talk about some place that you love, that brings you joy or happiness. Now, you can discuss a place that you've been to, or someplace perhaps you used to spend your summers with a relative. And it doesn't even have to be someplace far away. Maybe you spent your summers at a grandparent's house, or an older sibling, or a cousin, or whatever the case may be here. And it just brings back a lot of memories. So you can discuss that. You can discuss previous trips you've been on. If there's a place that you love to vacation, perhaps you always go to, the Smokies, or perhaps you go to Disney, or perhaps you go to Great Wolf Lodge, or perhaps these could also be places that you go because of things you enjoy. So if you enjoy hiking or walking or biking, perhaps you go to places more in nature, or there's specific trails that you go to that just brings you calmness or just a peace and a happiness. I just want you to talk about a place that you really enjoy. Maybe you're a beach bum and digging your toes into the sand with a good book all down the beach is just pure joy to you. Talk about that. Perhaps you have a favorite beach. Or you can even talk about a place that you like to go. Perhaps you really like to fish and there's a specific place that you fish, or you like to kayak, or there's somewhere maybe you do play basketball or play baseball at, or perhaps you used to play basketball or baseball and there was just a really great place that you like to go. Or even if you like to go watch professional sports teams, minor leagues, major leagues, whatever the case may be here, and you really enjoy going to like their stadium to go watch them play. Maybe you're an avid UK fan, so you like to go to the rep and you like to watch. Perhaps you really like to watch plays and productions. Maybe you went and watched some Broadway or off-Broadway productions, or you watch local productions or outdoor theaters. Maybe you have a preference in watching a play indoors as opposed to outdoors. Whatever the case may be here, it's just, I want you to talk, or you could also discuss a dream vacation or getaway or somewhere you'd really like to visit. Maybe you have a bucket list. If money was no object, if time was no object, if location was no, if travel was no object, perhaps it's a place you really love to visit. I have always been fascinated by Egyptian culture, and I really love, like, a bucket list of mine would be to see the pyramids. So that's something I love to do. We just recently went to Disney. That was a trip that we took, and I loved it for different various reasons. Maybe you are the avid Disney fan that goes every year to Disney. Just the purpose of this is just talk about some place that you enjoy, that brings you happiness. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a vacation. It could just be places that you like to go that you call. Maybe there's like a really great coffee shop that you love to go and work at your computer or read a book or just sit and chill and have a cup of coffee. Or maybe you like to people watch. So there's restaurants or bars or locations that you go to people watch. Or maybe you're really into concerts. Now you want to talk about one of the favorite concerts you've ever been to. Or perhaps if you had a bucket list to follow a band on tour and go to every single stop that they did, you can discuss that. I just want you to talk about some place that brings you joy and brings you happiness that you would like to visit, or you have visited and it brought you joy, and why. Like, what was, I used to spend summers with my grandmother, and I have memories on things that we used to do. Uh, I was string green beans with her and work outside in her garden with her. And then I remember at the end of the day, she took me to this little tiny gas station country store, and always buy me an ice cream sandwich. So that's like a memory locked into a place that I used to go to with, but I was with my grandmother. So it could be like that. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to share deep memories. That's perfectly fine. You can tell me someplace that brings you. I would love. I'm really into spooky stuff and horror and ghost stories and all of that. I worked at a place and we did a promo shoot at Waverly Hills Cemetery. Loved it. So going off that, I would love to visit New Orleans. I would love to go on the ghost trails and the cemetery trails and all that. I just think it's fascinating. I'd also love to visit Salem, Massachusetts, and but I'm also like really into historical stuff too. So I really go like dig going into museums and whatnot, checking that out. So you can discuss things like that. Perhaps you want to go somewhere because you're really into aviation and you want to go to an aviation museum, or you want to see this, or you want to see that, or you know you're really into this book and this is where the author based the stories out of, whatever the case may be, you know, or you're into a television show and or film and all of these series were filmed here. So you want to go see it because of that, because you're a really big fan. Whatever the case may be here. So again, the purpose of this speech, and it's a storytelling speech, so no technical requirements. Just talk to me about someplace that brings you joy or happiness that you have been to, or go to, or would like to visit. You know, it could just be a place, a safe place for you to chill and relax, or it could be a place you'd love to go, or maybe it's a place that you've gone on a date before, or you hung out with friends, or you've gone to, or a magical random place that you find, you know, or a quirky little place that's really cool and kind of off the beaten path, or maybe you just like, you know, or maybe you like to go skiing and there's a perfect place that you've been, or a place you'd like to try to go, or would love to go skiing, or maybe you want to visit the West Coast, or maybe you want to go to Canada, or maybe you want to visit some, you know, European country, whatever the case may be here. Just chat about it. Anyway, have fun with it. Don't stress about it. Any questions or concerns, please reach out to me.